Sediment dredging is a routine civil engineer activity carried out to allow navigation in seaports, rivers and canals. The total amount of sediment dredged in Europe is between 100 and 200 million cubic meters per year. Currently, there is no specific management of dredgement sediments in the European Union because they are unsuitable for several cost-effective productive uses. In this context, phytoremediation has a high chance of acceptance by the general public, since it can be cost-effective, socially acceptable and feasible to provide a natural management option. In previous studies, slightly polluted sediments have been decontaminated and turned into a product with characteristics approaching those of a natural soil and suitable for environmental and agricultural reuse. Crop amendments with sediments has been long practiced in the past, particularly before the diffusion of chemical fertilizers, and is still practiced in several areas to improve the agronomic characteristics of soil and increase yield. The use of dredged sediments in European agriculture is currently not practiced because the soil amendment for agricultural lands are strictly regulated. The main concern on the potential use of sediment for growing fruit, plants or vegetable is hence related to pollutant concentration of the sludge or sediment that may accumulate in the edible plant parts to concentrations that can pose a risk to humans, as shown in some cases. The Hortised project aimed at demonstrate the suitability of dredged remediated sediments as an alternative for the preparation of growing media in horticulture. The Hortised project highlighted also the current legislative and cultural reason for hindrance in the use of innovative growing substrates in horticulture and produced guidelines for a safe and suitable use of sediments as components of growing media. On the basis of previous experience in the Hortised project, the contained marine sediments have been submitted to 3 months land farming process with the aim to homogenize the substrate, increase the biological activities and further reduce the organic contamination and achieve better characteristics, structure, water holding capacity, aeration and biological activity. Suitable for growing pomegranates, strawberries and lettuce. During land farming, sediments have been monthly sampled and characterized for physical, chemical, biochemical and toxicological point of view. Two main aspects must be considered in order to judge the suitability of reclaimed sediments as a substrate for horticulture: human and environmental risk and substrate suitability. Food crops production requires absolute indications of a safe use in terms of absence of risks for human health and environment. The potentials of the remediated sediments for horticulture production in terms of products' qualities and human health need a full-scale demonstration. Relying on the previous demonstrations, the use of remediated sediments for horticulture does not present significant apparent risks for human health and environment. After land farming, the treated sediment has been used as agronomic substrate. They were mixed with peat-based commercial substrate to prepare 3 remediated sediment-based substrates: 100% treated sediment, 50% treated sediment mixed with 50% peat-based commercial substrate, and 100% peat-based commercial substrate. 2 model plants have been adopted for the demonstration trials. Strawberry, a very flexible and precocious species easily grown in containers in both advanced farming systems and in home gardens. And pomegranate, a species suitable for Mediterranean environments, very interesting as a source of fruits rich in active compounds. Lactose has been added to the demonstration. The partners who gave their contribution to these important results are Department of Agri-Food Production Science and Environment of the University of Florence in Italy. Project Coordinator, a public Italian organization expert in plant production, characterizations and analysis. Institute for Ecosystem Studies of the National Research Council of Italy, a public Italian organization specialist and responsible of soil analysis. Zelari, an Italian plant nursery company in charge of plant trials in Italy. Miguel Hernández University of Elche in Spain, a public Spanish organization expert in plant characterizations and analysis. Caliplant, a Spanish nursery plant company in charge of plant trials in Spain. The main specific project results obtained were completion of analysis for characterizations of dredged marine sediments, assessments of the effectiveness of the selected land farming methodology in decontamination and transformations of sediments matrices reusable as substrate for horticulture, establishments of demonstration sites for strawberry, pomegranate and lettuce cultivation, 360 strawberry plants, 180 pomegranate plants and 45 lettuce plants have been grown on treated sediment-based substrates. Establishments of demonstration site for pomegranate propagation by cuttings and lettuce by seed peels. 220 pomegranate cuttings were transplanted and 2,400 lettuce seed peels were sown. Samples of each crop have been analyzed to assess potential contamination level and nutraceutical content. Confirmation of the suitability of sediment-based substrates to be used for fruit plant growth in containers and in crop production through the monitoring activity. The plants have no stress symptoms and are regularly grown. Lettuce cultivated on sediments has produced as that cultivated on peat, but with a longer cultural cycle. A different plant production between treatments was observed on strawberries. Plants cultivated on peat produced more than the others. No difference were observed in pomegranate plants' growth. The implementation of Hortised project has a positive impact on the European Union system at different levels. Soil is interlinked with air and water in such a way that it regulates their quality. An increased soil protection encourages sustainability and long-term competitiveness in Europe. The wide difference between national soil protection regimes sometimes impose very different obligations on economic operators, creating an unbalanced situation in their fixed costs. Restoration of soil organic matter in even a single member state favors the achievement of the European Union's Kyoto Protocol targets. By helping the establishment of a better knowledge and management of soil, the Hortised project helps the European Union to play a leading role internationally, facilitating the transfer of know-how and technical assistance and at the same time ensuring the competitiveness of its economy. Hortised project has also an European Union added value by contributing to the protection of the health of European citizens that can be impaired in different ways by soil degradation. The partners made sure that the project gained maximum visibility at a European level. During the project, a lot of dissemination material was produced, which was then distributed at fairs, specific workshops and events. A logo, several posters, roll-up, brochures and specific gadgets were designed and produced in order to guarantee a large dissemination of the project and of the project results. The partners gave interviews to TV channels and a specific project website was published online since the third month of the project.
Sono Cristina Macci, ricercatrice presso il CNR di Pisa nell'Istituto per lo Studio degli Ecosistemi. Il nostro ruolo nel progetto è stato principalmente quello di recuperare e decontaminare i sedimenti dragati dal porto di Livorno. Questi sono stati sottoposti a circa 2-3 anni di processo di fitorimediazione in un precedente progetto europeo Agriport e nell'ambito di questo progetto Hortised ad un processo biologico di land farming. Dopo circa 3 mesi le proprietà chimico-nutrizionali e funzionali erano idonee per el riutilizzo del sedimento in horticoltura.
Mi nombre es Pablo Melgarejo, soy catedrático de la Escuela Politécnica Superior de Orihuela, Universidad Miguel Hernández de España. Nuestra participación en el proyecto Hortised consiste en ensayar plantas de granado y de fresa en diferentes sustratos compuestos fundamentalmente por el sedimento marino obtenido en el puerto de Livorno.
Buenos días, soy Sergio Navarrete, soy técnico en viveros Caliplan y responsable del departamento de I+D. Caliplan es un vivero ubicado en Murcia que principalmente produce plantas para agricultura, no para ornamental como toda esta zona. Nosotros también colaboramos en este proyecto y lo que realmente estamos haciendo es el ensayo de cultivar plantones de granado. También utilizamos las dos variedades y estamos viendo en diferentes sustratos cuál se comporta mejor y al final cuál sería el sedimento óptimo para el mejor crecimiento del granado.
Io sono Edgardo Giordani, un docente dell'Università di Firenze e sono coordinatore di questo progetto Life Hortised. Oltre alla parte legata proprio alle attività di coordinamento, ci occupiamo nello specifico della valutazione della qualità di questo sedimento trattato utilizzando fragola, lattuga e melograno. Quindi la sperimentazione viene effettuata qui presso Zelari, ma anche presso il Dipartimento al Polo Scientifico di Sesto Fiorentino. I primi risultati sono molto incoraggianti in quanto dalle valutazioni effettuate anche dalle analisi sui contaminanti risulta che lattuga e fragola sembrano poter essere effettivamente coltivate per ottenere prodotti alimentari.
I am Michel Quicheron. I am the project officer from EASME, the executive agency of small and medium enterprises of the European Commission, who was in charge of the LIFE project from 2014. So we have this project Hortised today, and I'm here to verify the development of the project together with our monitor, Mr. Carlo Ponzio, so we can see the actual plants in the field.
Buongiorno, sono Luca Zelari, titolare dell'azienda agricola Zelari Company. Partecipiamo a questo progetto dando le strutture e il vivaio a disposizione per coltivare appunto i melograni e le fragole e per raggiungere il traguardo di utilizzare i sedimenti per dargli nuova vita per il settore vivaistico.
Io sono Simona Pecchioli, sono project manager di Hortised per il DISPA dell'Università di Firenze e mi occupo sia di seguire le prove tecniche allestite presso il DISPA e presso il vivaio Zelari e del mantenimento, diciamo, dei rapporti fra i vari partner e della parte amministrativa richiesta dall'attività del progetto.
Mi chiamo Petrucci William Antonio, sono assegnista di ricerca, lavoro al DISPA e in questo progetto mi occupo appunto della gestione tecnica delle piante e della fragola, in particolare la messa a dimora, la raccolta dei dati, l'elaborazione dei dati e l'esposizione dei risultati.
Sono Enzo Picardi, sono tecnico della sezione di coltura arborea del Dipartimento del DISPA e mi interesso della parte tecnica e agronomica, della cura delle piante, trattamenti, irrigazione, nonché i rilievi sia in piano campo che poi elaborazione in seguito in studio per portare avanti la ricerca.